Hatred. Journal entry 2-36. September 7th. While I could spend hours upon hours attempting to document my feelings of hatred, which would not be worth my time, I am going to start it. Hatred itself is so confusing, so beyond the realm of human understanding to hope to understand the origin of this powerful emotion. What we do know, based upon the learning of 1,000 generations of philosophers, is that the origin of hatred, the intense, wanton destruction of what you think you know, is based in what you do not truly understand. Fear of the unknown fuels hatred. It drives our misunderstanding, cements our loathing for the superior or the perceived inferior with happiness. We wish to destroy what we do not understand because it scares us. It, the unknown, drove our ancestors into holes in the earth and developed as a way to protect ourselves from powerful dangers. So, I guess we can blame our parents for this one. Along with the fears of the power that quickly escalate to a standing war. Men being scared of other men has sent them to fight, to bleed, to die for little to no logical reason. Hatred is the catalyst of war, its fuel, the power behind each swing, the force of each punch. It is impossible to love your enemy, as you want to eliminate them to the fullest. I guess I am continuing along with a grand tradition of fear that leads to war, which leads to more power to a race that has shown that it cannot be trusted with it. We cannot hope to be protected from the one enemy that has little protection against itself. It is our greatest adversary, the one that knows us the best, the one that knows how to eliminate our benefits, the one that knows how to find our weakest point. We, ourselves, are our own worst enemy. Please, help us all.
I was hoping our new equipment would get you to pay more attention. Clearly, I was mistaken.
End journal entry. I'm as chipper as ever, ma'am. Good as a kid at the carnival.
Can't say that I've ever been to a carnival.
They're great, I'm sure. I can't say that I've ever been to one either.
I don't doubt it. This is the place. Mitch, we'll camp here. The location needs some work.
Oh, lovely. Sarge, why are we always put into these places? Which always need huge repairs, or are in some way imperfect?
Nothing is perfect. Besides, with that attitude, I would say you wouldn't want to be near me. Very negative way to talk, don't you think?
No, you are great. Bit of a jerk a good portion of the time. It is awesome to go about all these places, but they are never perfect. Something always needs to be fixed. Then, as soon as we are finished with our work, we leave. We are never to see the benefits of our work.
Of course not. One never truly sees what they've done, especially to others. We work in the background, the silent watchman, the quiet worker, never to be seen or thanked for our hard labor.
I find myself hating it. No one can ever seem to understand the work or the love that we put forth into these places.
Of course not. Despite that, we must move on. I came from that family, one of obedience and virtue. Why am I telling you this? You are but a man, with yet no feeling or emotion.
What? Whilst I understand the sentiment, there's no need to direct this towards I.
Just move, Private. I don't want to hear your voice right now. Go and look around and be prepared to deliver me a full report.
Yes, ma'am. Ever your soldier.
Please stop that. You remind me too much of... All of life is remembering, and yet somehow all I can remember is hatred.
Well, she certainly had a rapid change of heart. I wonder what captured her mind in such a way. And your skills at hiding are few and far between, Leary. New equipment as well, Leary?
How? How do you manage that? I leave no indication that I am here, and I have no understanding of how you can still manage to see that which is really, truly hidden.
Well, I can say hiding when you need to hide beyond measure is a good way to figure it out. Knowing that the unfortunate problems that can occur when one is found can prevent you from being found.
What? What do you mean?
You have to understand the human body at its basest levels in order to understand this idea. The mind is the center of it all, the control center that drives everything, but it cannot power itself. So it tells another to do that. It cannot hold itself together, so it has another part that keeps everything in order. It cannot feel, for it needs nerves to tell what is happening around it to figure out what is happening. By these nerves, it can feel everything that is happening in its immediate area, and can attune itself to pain. But one can become more aware of everything around you if they grow stronger.
As in more powerful, stronger? What specifically is growing stronger?
Not stronger, just more aware of what's going on around you.
How do you see me then? It still doesn't make sense.
All I have is that it was so obvious, I could not miss it.
So it can't be taught? You cannot teach me something that you clearly learned.
No, it cannot be taught. Simply experienced.
So how can I experience it? Can you help me learn how?
Are you asking me to try to teach you? Do you remember that you tried to kill me? You shot at me with an anti-material rifle. It would have put a hole through my armor if it had
We've
hit
known
me.
each other for long enough to know that that was incidental.
You shot at me!
Incidental. You shouldn't be worrying about it. It was no big deal.
I really do think that I should be worrying about it.
Regardless, you could make it easier for me to learn.
I could, but I would not consider myself a teacher in the art most delicate of war.
Come now. Your time in the crime world surely must have seen to the way that this world operates. The government does not care about this world. Only that their taxes are paid and the money that they want is given. You should know! Your task force is commissioned by the planetary government.
Of course I'm aware. But there is nothing that the average citizen, or I alone, can do.
So then you seem to understand that we need to get rid of this. And we need to work together to accomplish this. Come on, help us!
Your actions border terrorism. Have you seen your organization's work? The bombing of civilian targets, the hitting of businesses as they attempt to go about their daily lives, changes nothing. You call yourself a patriot, but are you anything more than a terrorist?
I am not a terrorist. I am a crusader. I fight with completely good intentions.
The path to hell is laid with good intentions. Just because you call it a just cause, doesn't mean that it is.
Regardless, will you help me train? Help me get better? Help me to survive on this unforgiving planet?
No, but you are more than welcome to watch, to learn. Go.
I guess that your dictator is approaching? Got that on your fancy HUD?
You'd be correct. And while I don't particularly mind if you learn, you can't do much of that if you're dead. This is the famed planetary cannon, knocking ships out of orbit for over 100 years. Well, you shall no longer threaten Elysium. Record sound message. The power is cut and their defense is shut.
Well, this is actually nice.
Sergeant! Sergeant!
Yes?
Not much time. Government troopers are on their way. I've been compromised, and you will need to lay low for the next while. I've wiped you from all the drives.
Wait, what?
Sergeant Capcom, you gonna make this easy for me?
Of course not.
Ma'am, we do now need to get to work.
Yes, quite. I'll join you shortly.
Of course, ma'am.
Oh, I hope nothing comes from this problem. Oh, dear.
Elysium, Capcom has been proven. Recommend immediate action.
Worry not. We will bring him forth from that area. Gabriel, send a troop to go and retrieve our agent.
I fear no evil.
I'm glad that you all have finally arrived.
Not a problem, sir. We do need to leave as quickly as possible, since the alarm is likely going to be raised. Time to move.
Of course. Didn't much like the food here anyway.
As usual, you need my help. What a surprise. Well, let's open this door and deactivate that defense. This place. I need to get out of it. Let's see, who is the nearest? Michael. What a coincidence. Thanks, I guess. You probably had something to do with this, Diana. This is AI designated the Historian. Named myself, Cleo. Please register. Require removal from location as soon as possible.